Today we will start with a new lesson in Geography, Unit 4, Resources and Industries. We have already seen about resources and also industries. We know resources are naturally available wealth that can be used to satisfy human needs. For example, water is a resource, soil is also a resource. So these are available naturally and they are used to satisfy the human needs. So they are called as resources. Industries. We know in industry we convert the raw material into useful products. In this lesson, we will see about the resources and industries in India in detail. In this lesson, we are going to learn about the resources and its types, what is meant by renewable and non-renewable resources, the different types of industries and the distribution of industries in India, and also analyze the problem of Indian industries. Introduction. First, we will see the definition for natural resources. Any matter or energy derived from the environment that is used by living things, including humans, is called natural resources. That is, any matter or energy that is available in the environment, and if it is found useful to the living things or humans, then it is said to be a natural resource. For example, air, water, soil, minerals, fossil fuels, plants, wildlife, etc. All these are said to be natural resources. Many natural resources are used as raw materials. For example, sugarcane is used as a raw material in sugar industry. Wood is used as a raw material in paper industry, and cotton from the cotton tree is used as a raw material in making fabric. They play a vital role in economic development of any region. That is, the economic development of any region depends on the availability of these natural resources. Based on the availability, the resources are categorized into two types: renewable resources and non-renewable resources. Renewable resources are those which can be replaced immediately. For example, solar energy, wind energy, biogas, tidal energy, wave energy, etc. are the examples of renewable resources. These resources are called as renewable because they can be regenerated after their utilization. Non-renewable resources are the sources that cannot be replaced again after utilization. For example, coal, petroleum, natural gas, etc. fall under this category. We have also studied that soil is also a non-renewable resource because it cannot be replaced immediately and it takes millions of years to for the formation of 2 inch of soil. Minerals. Minerals is a natural substance of organic or inorganic origin, which means if the minerals are said to be formed from the prehistoric plants and animals or fossils, then it is said to have the organic origin, or else it is said to have the inorganic origin with definite chemical and physical properties. So each type of minerals have their own chemical and physical properties. In other words, minerals are explained as follows. Mineral is a solid chemical compound that occurs naturally in pure form. It occurs naturally in pure form, or it is also found associated with rocks. These rocks may consist of one type of mineral or a combination of two or different types of minerals. I'll repeat. A mineral is a solid chemical compound that occurs naturally in pure form. The minerals are found either in pure form or it is found in association with the rocks, that is within the rocks. These rocks may contain one type of mineral or a combination of two or more different types of minerals. The process of extracting mineral from the earth is known as mining. That is, opening in the ground for the purpose of extracting minerals is called as mining. The mines near the earth crust are known as open pit mines. That is, if the mines are found in lesser depth near the earth crust, then it is said to be open pit mines. If the mines are found deep inside the ground, then it is said to be the shaft mines. Types of minerals. On the basis of chemical and physical properties, minerals are broadly grouped into two categories. They are metallic and non-metallic minerals. Before going into this topic, that is a type of minerals, we will have a short glimpse on the notes below. The organizations associated with minerals in India are, that is, the organizations which are responsible for the administration of all the minerals and mines in India are Geological Survey of India, which has its headquarters at Kolkata, and second one is Indian Bureau of Mines, which has its headquarters at Nagpur, and the third one is Non-Ferrous Material Technology Development Center, NFTDC, which is located at Hyderabad. All these organizations are responsible for the administration of all mines and minerals in India, according to the Development and Regulation Act 1957. Metallic minerals. As the name suggests, metallic minerals are the minerals which contains one or more metallic elements in them. These metallic minerals usually occur as mineral deposits, which means they naturally occur as accumulation or concentrations of metals or minerals. These metallic minerals are a good conductor of heat and electricity. These deposits consist of a variety of valuable metals such as iron, manganese, copper, bauxite, nickel, zinc, lead, gold, etc. We will see in detail about some of these metallic minerals. Iron ore. First we have to understand what is meant by an ore. Ore is a rock with deposits of one or more precious minerals. That is, an ore contains one or more precious minerals. We know that metallic minerals contains one or more elements of metals. So the following minerals such as magnetite, hematite, goethite, limonite, siderite, these minerals are metallic minerals which contains more content of iron. So magnetite contains about 72.4% of iron content in it. Hematite contains 69.9% of iron content in it. So the rocks or the ores which contains one of these metallic minerals are called as iron ore. It is called as iron ore the because of the presence of the metallic minerals such as magnetite, hematite, goethite, limonite and siderite. These metallic minerals have the highest percentage of iron content in it. So they are called as iron ores. The ores which contains these minerals are called as iron ore. Iron ores are rocks and minerals from which metallic iron can be economically extracted. The ores are usually rich in iron oxides and vary in color from dark gray, bright yellow, or deep purple to rusty red. Iron ore is the most widely distributed element of the Earth's crust. Rarely occurs in free state. So this iron ore is widely distributed element and it rarely occurs in free state because it is mostly found in composition with many rocks and minerals and especially in the igneous and metamorphic rocks. The total recoverable reserves of iron ore in India, which means the proportion of resources that can be extracted are about 9,602 million tons of hematite and 3,408 million tons of magnetite. We know that magnetite has the maximum content of iron in it and hematite has about 69.9% of iron content in it. Now we will see the distribution of these ore in India. About 79% of hematite deposits are found in Assam, Bihar, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, Odisha and Uttar Pradesh. About 93% of magnetite deposits occur in Andhra, Goa, Karnataka, Kerala and Tamil Nadu. In that, Karnataka alone contributes about 72% of magnetite deposits of India. The states which are the leading producers of iron ore in India are Jharkhand, Odisha, Chhattisgarh, Karnataka, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu. Jharkhand is the leading producer of iron ore with 25% of the country's production. The following districts of Jharkhand are the major producers of iron ore. They are Singhbhum, Hazaribagh, Dhanbad and Ranchi. Next to the Jharkhand comes the state Odisha with 21% production and it ranks second. The following districts of Odisha are the major producers of iron ore. They are Sundargarh, Mayurbhanj, Sambalpur and Keonjhar. The magnetite production of Chhattisgarh is 18% and the districts involved in magnetite production are Rajgarh and Bilaspur. The Karnataka is 20% and the districts which are the major producers in Karnataka are Chikmagalur, Chitradurga, Shimoga and Dharwad. Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu produce about 5% each. The districts of Andhra Pradesh which are the major producers of iron ore are Kurnool, Guntur, Kadapa and Anandapur. In Tamil Nadu, the districts like Salem, Namakkal, Tiruvannamalai, Tiruchirappalli, Coimbatore, Madurai, and Tirunelveli districts are the major producers of iron ore. SAIL, Steel Authority of India Limited. It is an steel making company based in New Delhi, India. It is a public sector undertaking owned and operated by the Government of India. SAIL is the 20th largest steel producer in the world and the third largest in India. The Ministry of Steel is an executive branch agency of the Government of India that is responsible for formulating all policies regarding steel production, distribution, and pricing in India. That is, the Ministry of Steel is responsible for planning and development of iron and steel industry in India. Manganese. Manganese is a silvery gray element. It is very hard and brittle in nature. Brittle means hard but liable to break easily. That is, even though it is hard, it is easily breakable. Manganese is not found as a free element in nature. It is often found in combination with iron, laterite, and other materials. It is an important mineral used for making iron and steel and serves as a basic raw material for alloying. Alloying means combining two or more metals in order to form a new metal, which is more stronger and corrosion resistant. Nearly 10 kg of manganese is required for manufacturing 1 ton of steel. Manganese is also used in the manufacturing of bleaching powder, insecticides, paints, and batteries. MOIL, Manganese Ore India Limited. It is a state-owned manganese ore mining company headquartered in Nagpur with a market share of 50%. It was the largest producer of manganese ore in India. Manganese deposits occur mainly as metamorphosed bedded sedimentary deposits. That means the base is a metamorphic rock and the crust layer, that is the top covering, is a thin layer of sedimentary deposits. The largest deposits of manganese is found in Odisha with 44% and followed by Karnataka with 22%. Third comes Madhya Pradesh with 12%, followed by Maharashtra and Goa with 7% each. Andhra Pradesh contributes 4% and Jharkhand with 2%. Rajasthan, Gujarat, Telangana, and West Bengal together constitute about 2% of the India's manganese resource. Nagpur, Bandara, and Ratnagiri districts in Maharashtra, Balaghat and Chhindwara districts in Madhya Pradesh are the leading producers. Odisha is the third largest producer with 24%. Sundargarh, Kalahanti, Koraput, Bolangir and districts are the major ones. The other producers are Andhra Pradesh, which constitute 13%, and Karnataka with 6%. Srikakulam, Visakhapatnam, Kadapa, and Guntur districts in Andhra Pradesh. The districts of Shimoga, Bellary, Chitradurga, and Tumkur are the important districts of Karnataka. It is the most important mineral for making iron and steel. India is the fifth largest producer of manganese in the world. Copper. Copper is the first metal that prehistoric man has started using for many purposes. So copper is being used from ancient times. Because of its flexibility, it can be used to make utensils of any shape. Copper has been commonly used for making cooking utensils and other objects of common utility, especially the electrical wires. Because of its flexible nature, it can be easily drawn into wire, and it is an excellent conductor of electricity. Brass is an alloy of copper and zinc. That is, brass, the metal brass is made by combining copper with zinc, and bronze is formed by combining copper with tin. So we already know that alloy means combining two or more metals in order to form a new metal which is of greater strength and corrosion resistant. So therefore here we have combined copper and zinc to form brass, and copper and tin are combined together to form bronze. In modern days, copper is used extensively in vast variety of electrical machinery, wires and cables. Largest reserves of copper ore is in the state of Rajasthan, followed by Jharkhand and Madhya Pradesh. So nowadays copper is used in most of the electrical machineries and also in wires. Even in our houses, storing water in a copper vessel is becoming a trend. So the purpose of storing water in a copper vessel is that it purifies the water naturally. It kills all the microorganisms, fungi, algae, and bacteria present in the water. So nowadays, people have started our traditional method of storing water in copper vessels. The state of Rajasthan stands first with the largest reserves of copper ore, and it is followed by Jharkhand with 19.54% and which is followed by Madhya Pradesh with 18.75%. The states of Andhra Pradesh, Gujarat, Haryana, Karnataka, Maharashtra, Meghalaya, Nagaland, Odisha, Sikkim, Tamil Nadu, Telangana, Uttarakhand and West Bengal account for 7.9% of the total copper reserves of India. Jharkhand is the largest producer of copper with 62% of India's production. The districts of Jharkhand which are leading producers of copper are Singhbhum and Hazaribagh. Odisha is the second major producer of copper with 50.2% production. Rajasthan ranks third with 28% production. The districts of Rajasthan which are notable producers of copper are Khetri, Alwar and Bhilwara. The states of Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh, Karnataka and Tamil Nadu contributes about 7% of production each. Hindustan Copper Limited is a government-owned corporation in the central public sector enterprise under the Ministry of Mines, India. HCL is the only vertically integrated copper producer in India, which is engaged in a wide spectrum of activities ranging from mining, beneficiation, smelting, refining, and continuous cast rod manufacturing. Beneficiation is the process that improves the economic value of the ore by removing the unwanted minerals. Smelting is the process of applying heat to ore in order to extract a base metal, and refining is the process of purification. So, all these activities, such as mining, beneficiation, smelting, refining, and continuous cast rod manufacturing, all these activities are carried out under one roof of Hindustan Copper Limited. Bauxite. Bauxite is a rock formed from a reddish clay material called laterite soil and is most commonly found in tropical and subtropical regions. Bauxite is an important ore from which aluminium is extracted. Bauxite is found in the rocks consisting mainly of hydrated aluminum oxides. Being light in weight and tough, aluminum is used in the manufacture of aircrafts and automobile engines. Because of its lightweight and toughness, that is, being hard, aluminum is used in the manufacture of aircrafts and automobile engines. Bauxite is also used in the manufacture of cement and chemicals. The main bauxite deposits occur in Odisha with 50.2%. Gujarat stands second with 15.8% in bauxite deposits. The districts of Gujarat which has the bauxite deposits are Junagadh, Amreli, and Bhavnagar districts. Jharkhand stands third with 11.9%, and the districts of Jharkhand are Ranchi and Gumila. Maharashtra constitutes 9.9%, and the districts of Maharashtra which has the bauxite deposits are Sindhudurg and Ratnagiri. Chhattisgarh constitutes 6.2%, and the districts of Chhattisgarh which has the bauxite deposits are Ballarpur and Durg districts, and Tamil Nadu constitutes 2.7% of bauxite deposits. Bauxite is an oxide of aluminium. The name has been derived after the French word "le box". Orissa is the largest producer of bauxite in India with approximately 1,370.5 million tons. India's state and central government is very supportive in production of bauxite and other industrial minerals in the states of Orissa, Jharkhand, and Tamil Nadu. National Aluminium Company Limited, abbreviated as NALCO, NALCO, has units in Odisha at places like Angul and Damanjodi. It was incorporated as a public sector enterprise of the Ministry of Mines, Government of India in 1981. Non-metallic minerals. In the metallic minerals, we saw about iron ore, copper, manganese, and bauxite. Metallic minerals are minerals which have one or more metal elements in them. But the non-metallic minerals do not contain any metal substances in them. Non-metallic minerals are basically good insulators of heat and electricity, whereas copper, which is a metallic mineral, is a good conductor of electricity. Non-metallic minerals lack in ductility, that is, they are not flexible and they can break down easily. Some of the non-metallic minerals are mica, limestone, gypsum, nitrate, potash, coal, petroleum, etc. Mica. Mica is a naturally occurring non-metallic mineral that is based on a collection of silicates. Mica is a very good insulator that has a wide range of applications in electrical and electronic industries. In ancient time, mica was used in Ayurvedic medicine. Mica became very popular with the development of electrical industry. Abrak is a good quality mica. Mica is translucent, which means it is transparent, easily splittable into thin sheets. It is flat, colorless, elastic, and cannot be compressed. Mica is used in making of insulating properties because it is a non-conductor of electricity and therefore it can withstand high voltage and has low power loss factor. That is, it reduces the wastage of power. So, therefore, it is exclusively used in electrical goods. It is also used in making lubricants, medicines, paints, and varnishes. The major deposits of mica are found in Andhra Pradesh, Rajasthan, Odisha, and Jharkhand. In Andhra Pradesh, it constitutes about 41% of mica deposits, and the major districts which has the mica deposits in Andhra are Nellore, Visakhapatnam, West Godavari, and Krishna. West Godavari and Krishna are the coastal districts in Andhra Pradesh. In Rajasthan, the districts which has the mica deposits are Bhilwara, Jaipur, and Ajmer. And in Odisha, the districts which has the mica deposits are Rayagada, Bolangir, and Sundargarh. Dhanbad, Palamu, Ranchi, and Singhbum are the districts which has the major mica mines in Jharkhand state. Limestone. Limestone is a form of sedimentary rock that consists mainly of calcium that was deposited by the remains of marine animals. So, limestone is a sedimentary rock that mainly consists of calcium. Limestone is composed of either calcium carbonate or the double carbonate of calcium and magnesium or mixture of both. These are the main constituents in the limestone. Apart from this, limestone also contains small quantities of silica, alumina, iron oxides, phosphorus, and sulfur. Since limestone is comparatively softer than other natural stone, it is used mostly in building constructions. Limestone is also used in the industries of chemicals for soda ash, caustic soda, bleaching powder, paper, cement, iron and steel, glass, and fertilizers. The major producing areas of limestone are Andhra Pradesh. It produces about 20% with major concentration in Kadapa, Kurnool, and Guntur districts. In Telangana, it accounts for about 20% of the country's production with the districts of Nalgonda, Adilabad, Warangal, and Karimnagar as the major producers. Rajasthan produces about 18% and the districts in Rajasthan are Jodhpur, Ajmer, Bikaner and Kota districts, which has the limestone production in it. Madhya Pradesh constitutes about 12%, and the districts of Madhya Pradesh which has the limestone productions are Jabalpur and Satna districts. Tamil Nadu constitutes about 8.4% of limestone. Salem, Kanchipuram, Tiruchirappalli, Thoothukudi, Tirunelveli and Virudhunagar districts are the major districts of limestone production. In terms of the reserves of limestone, that is the quarries from which stone is obtained by digging, cutting or blasting of the pit. The state of Karnataka leads with 27%, followed by Andhra Pradesh and Rajasthan, constituting 12% each. Gujarat with 10% and Meghalaya with 9%, Telangana with 8%, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh constitute 5% each, and the remaining by other states. Gypsum. Gypsum is a hydrated sulfate of calcium which occurs as white, opaque or transparent minerals in beds of sedimentary rocks such as limestone, sandstone and shale. That is, gypsum is a widely distributed mineral consisting of hydrated sulfate of calcium. It is usually in white, opaque or transparent mineral found in the beds of sedimentary rocks such as limestone, sandstone and shale. Gypsum is used in the manufacture of cement, fertilizers, wall boards, plaster of Paris and in soil conditioning. The state of Rajasthan alone accounts for 81% of its reserves. 14% of its reserves is found in Jammu and Kashmir and 2% in Tamil Nadu. The remaining 3% resources are found in the states of Gujarat, Himachal Pradesh, Karnataka, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh and Madhya Pradesh. Rajasthan produces 82% of the country's production. Jodhpur, Bikaner, Jaisalmer are the notable districts of Rajasthan. Jammu and Kashmir produces 14% of country's gypsum. Baramulla, Doda and Uri districts are the major producers of gypsum. The state of Gujarat, Uttarakhand, Andhra Pradesh and Tamil Nadu are the other producers with about 4% each. So we have completed with the metallic and non-metallic minerals. Under the metallic minerals we have saw about iron ore, copper, manganese and bauxite. Under the non-metallic minerals we saw about limestone, mica and gypsum. In order to remember the states and districts of production of various minerals, you have to make a tabular column. So as you can see, most of the states and districts are repeated. So if you make a tabular column, it will be easy for you to find the common places and make a comparison while learning.